My name is Duddy, set up builds and stuff. Today I've got a really quick video about the new exotic, the Finality's Auger, from the brand new Sundering of Doctrine dungeon. I managed to snag it last night. I'm going to show you how this weapon worked particularly well on a solar warlock. Now, while she's standing inside of a well, we're going to make this weapon do infinite ignitions with a fragment I've covered a lot on this channel called Ember of Combustion. We're going to make the turret ignite everything. It's a really good little setup, so stay with me, I'll break it all down. So the exotic is called the Finality's Auger. I got this from the Sundering of Doctrine dungeon last night. Press to fire a special projectile that deploys a rune scrape to it. Every time you sort of hold your reload, it's going to swap to that special mode. This projectile costs 3 ammo to fire. Aim the projectile skyward to provide the clearest sight lines for the turret, which will automatically shoot at nearby targets. And then it's got an exotic trait on there as well, Rune Scribe's Beacon. While the turret is deployed, this weapon can paint targets with its laser projectiles. The turret prioritises painted targets and fires more powerful munitions at them. Press to swap between normal fire and laser modes. So on that bottom left, you're going to see the linear fusion mode, the create turret mode. All you do is just hold your reload button, hold it down like you do a hard light to activate the different traits, and Borealis, things like that. And once you're in that create turret mode, obviously you're going to create a turret just like so. It looks like a little mini pyramid that you see in the Vault of the Disciple raid. Absolutely great, and it does really good damage close range, and it absolutely spreads for miles. It does loads of good damage at a decent range as well. So basically, I'm just firing it low, but you're meant to fire it high. I was just testing it out, and then it's going to create this little turret like so. And then whilst you're in that mode, you're going to see that Rune Scribe turret mode. Again, linear fusion rifle. While that turret's up, you can fire it at the ground, and that will paint. If there's enemy there, that will focus that enemy in that area, and it fires more powerful munitions at them. So I was just, like I said, only just got it really, so I started having a little mess around with it. Where could it be good? Obviously, just for standard play, it's going to be really, really good. You can extra gun. It's just an extra turret fire, a bit like a sort of a overcharged arc soul, but fires solar, and it does a lot more damage than an arc soul. It does cost 3 heavy, but it's totally worth it because you can deploy that somewhere and just carry on doing damage with other weapons. Just fire it up there, you get all them annoying little grims and these pesty enemies that buzz around your feet. You can just don't worry about them. You'll also notice that they're glowing purple because that's proccing the seasonal artifact perk as well, which we'll go into. But just for standard play, this was an advanced, the hardest version of the Nether. So I wanted to go try it out against a couple of witches. Now bear in mind, I haven't sort of focused them with the painting mode. I just wanted to see what it did against these sort of hard level witches, and it does some nice damage, a couple of shots, and it takes them down, and it feels really, really nice. Now obviously this season we've got particle reconstruction where you're going to get extra damage when you deal damage with fusion rifles or linear fusion rifles. Now not to mention this exotic is also going to get bait and switch as the catalyst as well. We haven't discovered it yet, but particle deconstruction, obviously when you're in that firing mode or the turret mode, it all works. So it's all sort of procs together, whether you're in the standard linear fusion rifle mode or the turret mode. Now, if you add in Sanguine Alchemy into that, basically what this does, I've covered a load of this exotic over the last couple of months. It's a really good exotic. What this does, it gives you a ×4 weapon surge whenever you put your rift down or stand inside of a well. It instantaneously gives you a ×4 weapon surge in your rift, like on the bottom left there. Solar weapon boost ×4, and you've obviously got your particle reconstruction going, so you're going to get some massive damage, 25% off your Sanguine Alchemy and then your particle reconstruction, and it feels really, really nice just having that instant 25% damage plus radiance and things like that inside of your well. So it really does slap, and obviously you got that particle deconstruction going. When you stood inside of a well, now Ember of Combustion, final blows with a solar super, causes your targets to ignite and creates a fire sprite. I've covered this a lot on this channel, but when you stood inside of your well, every solar weapon kill that you get will create an ignition. So basically, you're going to have your Sanguine Alchemy going, you're going to put your rift down, your well down, and when you stood inside of that well, basically everything that your turret or the linear fusion rifle kills is going to ignite. Now, tell me that's not good. That is absolutely insane. Like I said, I haven't used it much, but I'm going to do a bit more of a build on it in the next couple of days. But just having them infinite ignitions, everything that turret shoots, kills, will ignite just like so. And you're just going to cause ignitions for free, left, right and centre. Plus you can also switch to other solar weapons as well. It's a really, really unique, niche little setup, and it feels absolutely brilliant. Just having them ignitions popping off left, right and centre. So just to sort of clarify, get your well down, you've got your Ember of Combustion that's going to work. You can also paint them. Now when you're in that turret mode, you won't be able to create another turret. It will stick to that paint mode like so. So you can sort of paint them, mark them up, and that will deal more damage. But honestly, you just get ignitions left, right and centre. I am going to leave a link to a couple of videos that I've done with Ember of Combustion if you want a more in-depth sort of video and see some more ignitions. But that pretty much wraps up this particular video. I've got some other ideas how this linear fusion rifle could play into Warlock's hands and on a Hunter as well. And also, I'll probably do a Titan build on it over the next few days. So I'm going to keep you covered on builds for this weapon if you manage to grab it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.